So what, you telling me Jay-Z put a hit out on Rihanna and it's all behind the Epstein files? I don't know exactly what's going on, but this is one of the theories that's floating around social media and gathering steam. This shit getting too serious for me, but listen to this, it's crazy, and you might believe it, you might not. So I'm sure y'all heard some woman named Ivana allegedly fired 10 rounds from an AR into Rihanna and A$AP Rocky's Beverly Hills home while they were all there. Now, at first, people just thought it was just a random incident, but then people started connecting dots. Now, listen to this. You know how they are trying to press Jay-Z to be called in for questioning for the Epstein files, right? Now, what people are alleging is Rihanna is a key material witness into this whole trafficking scheme or plot or whatever that Roc Nation and Jay-Z himself have been carrying out. And what really has people thinking like, what could Rihanna possibly know is that if you recall, Rihanna herself was flown out at the age of 15 and pretty much, I don't want to say forced, but if you remember, Rihanna said it herself, they were on the top floor, 29th floor somewhere, and then Jay-Z told her either sign this record deal or be thrown off the building, out the window or whatever. Now this story is still developing, and I honestly don't know what the true, real story is right now, but I'll tell you this. I don't think some random woman is blasting 10 rounds of AR at Rihanna's house, and it's just random. And I don't like it. What if I told you?
We're learning more about the troubled past of a Florida woman. She's accused of opening fire with an AR-style rifle at the Beverly Hills mansion of Rihanna and A$AP Rocky. Ivana Ortiz is her name. She's facing attempted murder charges. Bail is set at $10.2 million.
We're learning new details about the suspect police say targeted the Los Angeles home of one of the biggest names in music. Investigators say 35-year-old Ivana Ortiz opened fire on Rihanna's home Sunday with an AR-15 style assault rifle. Bullets riddled the front gate, and investigators were seen examining what appear to be bullet holes on an Airstream trailer and the side of the house. Police records reveal Ortiz was booked for domestic violence in Florida in 2023. More recently, she unsuccessfully sought an injunction to block a Billie Eilish concert in Orlando.
Is Cardi B pressed?
Before the shooting, a woman who appears to be Ortiz shared bizarre posts on social media about several celebrities, including Rihanna.
She's the one who wants to kill me.
In a video on her YouTube channel 2 months ago, Ortiz appears holding a Bible while rambling incoherently with violent and threatening language.
Listen, Rihanna, when you die, God is taking me to my future. You want to kill me. Shut the up.
The LAPD confirms people were present at the time of the shooting. It's not clear if Rihanna, her partner, rapper A$AP Rocky, and their 3 children were home.
Is somebody sending unwanted messages to the celebrity? These are the kinds of things that everybody's going to look at in investigating a crime.
You have to be careful for people who obsess with you, such as, people who try to, figure out what's going on in your life. You try to ask a bunch of questions. They may think about you every day. You don't know it. Be careful for people who get upset with you for certain things, small things. I can't throw in no details, but small things. And, they may try to copy you, copy your style, copy how you look, act. Okay? Just be mindful of those people. And something about that girl was Bible, she did Bible study or she did online videos, but then somehow got an AR and drove from Florida to LA to go shoot up Rihanna's home, which is insane. Wonder if they didn't have security or what that was about, but you would believe celebrities like that live in gated communities, but I'm not really sure what LA is like. Do they have gated communities or is it just open like that? So, but again, you have to pay attention. And again, it doesn't have to be just girls. It could be men too. It could be, transvestite. It could be anybody. It could be somebody who is just obsessed with you, and because they can't have access to you, they don't like you, or they try to find a way to bring you down or talk about you, and you don't even know that they exist. And they try to switch it up by saying, oh, you're the one that's obsessed with them, or you're the one that's upset with them. And it's just like, I'm not even thinking about you. What are you talking about? And like 99.9% of the time, you don't even know they're around. So it's crazy, you know. People act one way and they switch up to acting another way. So it's crazy. Like, just be mindful, you know. If you're really the type of person that doesn't switch up, you know, that's always, you know, charismatic, that's always, you know, take care of others, and you're solid in who you are, you're grounded in who you are, you know, you don't sugarcoat nothing, you don't have to fake nothing, you don't have to fake a friendship or anything like that. You know, there's people of the total opposite that will be attracted to you. So just be mindful of that, you know. I honestly thought Rihanna was in Barbados. I don't know why she's coming back to the United States. I mean, I get it because, you know, you have business in the United States, yeah. But if I was her, I'd just stay in Barbados because, girl, like, that girl, you could have been on, God forbid. But, yeah, we're not even going to get into that. But if that's the case, then, you know, you just have to be careful. Have to be careful. Especially, you know, when you're a pretty girl and, you know, you have a forehead on you, and they love to make fun of the forehead. But trust us girls with foreheads, we're very smart, very intelligent, and we watch things from a distance. And people can be jealous of that, you know, big forehead, pretty eyes. So you got to be vigilant out here. You have to stay vigilant. You have to be aware of your surroundings and who's trying to get close to you, even on social media. Who's the quickest person to look at your story? You know, who's the quickest person to look at your story? Is it somebody that, you know, is it somebody that supports you, or is it just somebody that's looking to watch and be the first one to watch? You know, so I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but sometimes people don't have good energy or understand what even good energy is, and they try to do mean and hateful things behind people's back, including lie. There's people who are comfortable with lying, so always be mindful of that. Always be aware of what's going on. So that Rihanna situation is a bit crazy, and I just want to get on this to say, women, you need to watch out. Watch out who you have in your circle. Watch out for people who don't serve you. Watch out for people who don't align with your vision. Watch out for people who are just secretly hating on you, because it might sound like it's a little bit, but it really could be a lot. So this is really a case of entanglement, attachment. Sometimes it's not even just women. It could be men. It could be, you know, it doesn't matter the race. It doesn't matter. There could be someone who is just attached to you that spurs your name or hates you, and like, you know, you won't even notice. Like, if you guys were standing in the same room, you wouldn't even notice it. They won't say nothing, or they'll be laughing with you the most. So be careful for that. Hopefully that girl gets the justice that she deserves, because Rihanna did not deserve that. As far as her house, someone shooting up her house. But this is for my ladies and for my men as well, because it happens to men too. But mainly, I mean, for my ladies, you have to protect yourself out here. You have to, you know, be mindful of who's trying to get close to you, who's trying to be friends with you, and who's really talking back behind your back. Okay, you have to know that. Vet everyone who comes through your life. Vet them for what's their purpose, why are they doing that with you, where are they trying to benefit from you, how can you benefit from them. But majority of it is ask those questions and don't be blindsided to those questions. Okay, you have to be careful out here. So
Jaguar Wright explained how Rihanna was sold to Jay-Z at 16 years old. She explained how it was super sketchy that Rihanna got brought to America at only 16 years old without any parental supervision, and how she auditioned for Jay-Z at 3 o'clock in the morning. She explained how it didn't make sense that Rihanna's parents would let her fly by herself after just meeting Evan Roberts all the way to America to meet with Jay-Z in the middle of the night. And she alleged that Rihanna's dad got a $500,000 payout for letting this happen. She alleged since this was all out of the blue, Rihanna would have had to flown on a private plane to get from Barbados to America because she wouldn't have had a visa and her parents were not around with her to fly to America. And Rihanna even explained how Jay-Z would not let her leave until she signed the recording contract, and the label locked her in the office until 3 a.m.
You've gone through some big changes since you've been signed at Def Jam. Can you tell me what are the biggest changes you've gone through from St. Michael's, Barbados until now you being a superstar?
Well, one of them for sure is being away from my friends and family. After growing up around my mom and all my friends for 17 years and then moving to a big city with no one because all my family and friends are still in Barbados. So after moving to a big city with, you know, basically around strangers, that was the hardest thing for me to cope with at first.
Are you lonely sometimes?
I wasn't lonely, but I really do miss my family and my friends.
And a lot of people have speculated this for years about Rihanna because people found it super weird. Right before Jay-Z signed Rihanna, he was working heavily with a 16-year-old Tierra Marie who signed to Def Jam by L.A. Reid. And after a while, there was rumors circulating all over that Tierra Marie and Rihanna actually had a fallout because Rihanna's career skyrocketed and Tierra Marie got let go from Def Jam. And allegedly, Tierra Marie is the Jane Doe that is suing Diddy and L.A. Reid for SA when she was just 16 years old. And I mean, it is pretty weird because Jay-Z just started talking to Beyonce as soon as she turned 18 years old. And not long after Rihanna signed to Jay-Z, there was rumors swirling all over the media that Jay-Z was cheating on Beyonce with Rihanna. And a lot of people still to this day never understood why Rihanna and Beyonce are not close and we've never got a collaboration with the two of them, even though Rihanna was claimed one of Jay-Z's biggest stars. Jaguar Wright then went on to allege how Rihanna's last album, Anti, was basically a cry for help. She talked about how creepy it was that Rihanna did the album cover of a child with a crown over her eyes. And it says that the Anti album is about a person opposed to a particular policy, activity, or an idea. And then Jaguar Wright explained how creepy the promotion video for Anti was. So I'm going to go ahead and roll you guys this clip of Jag explaining how Rihanna was sold to Jay-Z at 16, and you guys let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.
When are we finally going to have a real conversation about whether or not Rihanna was trafficked to Def Jam?
She was an innocent baby when she came over here. And look
She
at
was
her now.
14 going on 15 years old, flown over without parental supervision in a private plane by a man who was supposed to be a producer who auditioned her at 3 a.m. in the fucking morning in a hotel room, auditioning at 3 a.m. in the morning, a 14-year-old girl.
With no parental consent.
With no parental, nobody. She was flown. She was flown to another country. She was taken to Def Jam headquarters. She was left in a conference room alone with Sean Carter for nearly 6 hours alone, with no parental supervision. Her father was flown up separately. She was 14 and a half, going on 15. She's about 16 when Pon de Replay came out, wasn't she? Her father collected a $500,000 check. She has the fastest inked deal in Def Jam history.
How did they get Rihanna from Barbados to New York City? Quickly. They got her quick.
Like that. On a private plane.
Yeah.
Just told you, just said that.
If people knew how many of these girls are transported around on private planes, how they're able to redact, change names on manifests, she wouldn't have needed parental consent or a passport if she got on a private plane on the manifest listed as someone else. They only worry about the body count. They're not checking IDs at the tarmac. They're trusting whoever's bringing them on is doing everything above board. So many girls were transported, models just like that, back and forth between Paris and New York.
Wow.
If you go back and look at the Victoria's Secrets documentary, they'll talk about some of the young girls that, Epstein had brought over.
Those girls were young.
12, 13, 14 models from Paris. Couldn't speak English. They were walked onto a plane, they were given sedatives and champagne and caviar, and they woke up in New York. Why did they want to pass Foxy Brown around?
I was just to say that everybody passed
Why did
everybody
they want to
around.
pass Tierra Marie around?
Because
The only reason Rihanna didn't get passed around was because she belonged to the king. Go back and look at that album cover for Auntie. Why she chose to put a child bride with a crown over her eyes. blood everywhere. It's a sacrificial lamb. And the crown is over her eyes. So she can't see all the horrible things that are happening around her. It's sad when people are screaming and no one will listen. If that fucking album cover ain't a cry for help, I don't know what is.
Look now. They released this Anti-Diary full film before the album came out. Look at how demonic this album was.
The images.
She walks down the hallway,
Dressed in white,
black and white imagery.
Obviously, the woman who shot at Rihanna's house is every bit of mentally disturbed, because did y'all see that video of her rambling?
But the way that they want to, that girl, the way that Rihanna wants to kill me.
She want to do what now?
She's the one who wants to kill me.
Okay.
The way that Rihanna wants to kill me.
Oh.
Shows that we're not going to show this right now.
What is going on? Yeah, something's clearly not right upstairs. To catch some of y'all up to speed, that woman that I just showed a video of is Ivana Oritz, and she pulled up outside of Rihanna's Beverly Hills mansion in a white Tesla and opened fire using an AR-15 style weapon. She shot at Rihanna's house 10 times before driving away. Rihanna was indeed at home with her children, but luckily no one was hurt. The shooter was caught and taken into custody and is now being held on a $10 million bond. People have since found her social media, and yeah, this lady had a screw loose, or a few, because why was she saying that Rihanna was trying to unalive her and accused Rihanna of being a witch and performing witchcraft, was calling Rihanna all types of names, and was saying Rihanna was stealing from her? Mind you, Rihanna does not know this lady from a can of paint. She's also had one-sided beefs with other celebrities as well, like Kim Kardashian, Cardi B. I've even heard she tried to stop a Billie Eilish concert. This Floridian woman, who's also a licensed speech pathologist, is no stranger to crime. She's been arrested for domestic violence, bankruptcy, and careless driving. She doesn't even have custody of her child, and now she's being held on a multi-million-dollar bond for attempted murder. Now, of course, I do hope she does get prosecuted to the full extent of the law, because she really could have hurt someone. I know this must have been a frightening experience for Rihanna, especially since she has 3 small kids. Word has it she's already skipped town and has canceled an upcoming photo shoot as a precaution. I would have done the exact same thing. Also, where is Ivana's family at? Because based off of her track record, she should have been had some type of medical intervention.
Tell me about your audition with Jay-Z. Tell me what he said to you.
A really good audition.
And what did he say to you? He said something to you.
Oh yes, he said, we don't sing songs here, we sing artists. And there was this little pause, and I was nervous. But then he said, and we're interested. And there was this sudden feel of relief.
But then he said something about a window and a door or something.
Oh, then he said, he did it homework.
I did a lot of homework on you, this lady.
He said, there are 2 ways to leave here, either through the door with the deal signed, or through this window, and we're on the 29th floor.
So a producer by the name of Jonathan Hay is coming out, and he's speaking about Jay-Z and Rihanna as well as Drake. He is known for a song that he produced called Pondy Replay by Rihanna. He is alleging how Rihanna was human transferred by her own father and Jay-Z. He also mentioned how Jay-Z had an inappropriate relationship with Rihanna, the same way that he did with Foxy Brown. Watch this clip and let me know what y'all think.
Rihanna's father, he allowed her to come over there, because we would always think, like, how could a minor be doing these things? And obviously we would never say anything. You've connected so many unanswered questions and stuff that we would talk about, that we were too scared to like bring up. It's like, wow, because I didn't think of Rihanna as a human. I thought her as a client. I didn't think of her as a minor. I thought of her as a client.
They had taking her out and taking her to all the parties and clubs. They didn't find out that she was underage until they went to the Rainbow Room one night, and she couldn't provide ID. They were told she was 21, when in all actuality, she had just turned 17. You remember when she was in LA, right after Pondy Replay broke? That was around the time where they were moving you out and putting her new handlers in. She needed you. She needed her original team. And they removed y'all to make sure she had nobody to outcry to.
I will be honest and say that I'm not too surprised, as a lot has been coming out about the industry the past couple of years, but prayers for Rihanna, and I hope that she does get justice.